Hi guys, does stupidity run in the Johnson family? Yes, Boris is a liar and a charlatan, but is he stupid? Yes, his dad has made racist and sexist remarks, but is he stupid? The other brother I hardly know, but his sister Rachel, who has her own show on LBC, from time to time can come up with some of the most out-of-touch and frankly stupid tripe. It's embarrassing. So it seems she didn't want to miss the Nigel Farage banking bandwagon and thought it would be a good idea to throw her support behind the snake oil salesman and his freedom crusade. Have a listen to this.
I'm sure he's got spicy views that offend lots of people, but we live in a free country as things stand, as of 2023. I would like to think that Nigel Farage can bank with Coots, just as I would like to think that Jeremy Clarkson is free to express his extremely unsavoury opinions about the Duchess of Sussex. That is the country I want to be in. I don't want to be in a country where banks and newspaper bosses or regulatory authorities sit in judgment in a moral way over us. This is woke capitalism.
Oh my God. Okay, woke capitalism. Okay, let's start with the last bit first. Newspaper bosses sitting in moral judgment over people. Where the heck have you been for the last 3 or 4 decades, Rachel Johnson? Because the newspapers like the Express, the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Telegraph have been sitting in moral judgment over people for a long time. Back in the 1990s, it was single mothers. They were the enemies of the people. Single mothers pumping out 25 children, leave Boris Johnson aside here, living on benefits, holidaying 3 times a year at the taxpayer's expense. Now, either these stories were based on exceptions or just barefaced lies, but they were designed to convince middle-class people who read these newspapers that they should be angry. Who should they be angry with? The single mothers. Have the single mothers representation? Have they some way of fighting back? Of course not. The newspapers knew that. Then they moved on to immigrants or homeless people or generally people on benefits. But it was always about convincing the middle class that they should be angry with people who have less than them. In some cases, it was about convincing working class people who have nothing that they should be angry with immigrants who have even less. So where the heck has Rachel Johnson been over the last number of decades? Then she talked about Jeremy Clarkson. Jeremy Clarkson's freedom of expression. Jeremy Clarkson is free to express himself. I think this is related to him being fired from a newspaper or something. This is nothing to do with his freedom of expression. If he broke the rules or he brought heat on the newspaper, they're within their rights to end his contract. Having a contract is not the same as freedom of expression. Jeremy Clarkson can still go on YouTube. He can start his own YouTube channel. He can go on social media. He can go to the public square and rant and rave as much as he wants about Meghan Markle. It doesn't make any difference. His freedom of expression is not infringed upon. And finally, the bandwagon that everyone seems to be jumping on board, Nigel Farage and Coots. Coots is a private bank. It has its own criteria. In the same way that, a regular restaurant would allow people in wearing jeans and trainers, while exclusive restaurants may say, well, we have a dress code. So this is the equivalent of me going to a Michelin star restaurant and saying, I want to go in with jeans and t-shirt and trainers. I don't want to dress formally. And they say, no, well, these are our rules. And even if they change their rules, in the last 6 months to include you need to wear a tie when before they didn't, they are their rules. If you don't like the rules, then you go somewhere else. You're free to go somewhere else. And, Nigel Farage was offered an account with another bank within the group. But he was, no, I want to be part of Coots. So I want to be part of I want to go to the restaurant or the nightclub and I want to wear trainers. And everyone seems to be jumping on this bandwagon. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.